Welcome back. Her husband ran on the slogan Hope and Change. So does Michelle Obama think his administration achieved that? Well, she told Oprah in a new CBS special set to air on Monday this. Watch.
Yes, I do, because we feel the difference now.
Yeah.
See, now we're feeling what not having hope feels like. You know, hope is necessary. It's a necessary concept. Yeah. What do we do if we don't have hope, Oprah?
Ask Oprah. But is it really fair for the First Lady to say that the Trump presidency has America feeling no hope? Here to debate that question, Fox News contributor, radio talk show host David Webb, and Fox News contributor and Democratic strategist Richard Fowler. Richard, first to you. Do you agree with the First Lady?
Well, I think you have the wrong frame of what she's trying to say here. I think what she's trying to say is that for the past 8 years, this president has pushed this ideal of hope, and he has done so. We had 72 consecutive months of job growth. This is the longest period where corporations have actually created jobs for the American people. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think everybody's feeling that, but I think what this election shows us, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, both candidates didn't do enough to come from a place of hope or change. I'm not saying either candidate did that. So I think what the First Lady is saying is her husband and the current president sort of built this ideal of hope, and he tried to make it happen, and neither of the two candidates, or now the president-elect and Hillary Clinton, they didn't do that.
So, David, this feeling of hope has been pervasive then, I guess, and that's why Hillary Clinton won this election then, right?
Yeah, I missed the point where neither candidate. I love Richard's talking points. Richard, you're great at that. You brought the 72 months in there. You got everything covered. The fact is that Americans needed real change. They needed a change from the failed policies of Barack Obama. They needed real change from the failures. But this is Michelle Obama, who once said for the first time in her adult life she was proud of her country because her husband was elected president. In that frame, it's offensive to me. It's offensive to Americans. She doesn't determine the hope of the nation, but the voters who went out there and said we need a change from these policies. Look at the Trump bump. Look at the feeling. Look at the animal spirit in America. Look at the return of a feeling that we can achieve or we have a shot at starting a business. Those are the things. And you want to talk about job growth? How about job loss by small businesses? More failing, less started. Now with Trump, we'll see what happens.
What about that side of it, Richard? This idea that we're seeing a rally, the Dow hitting 20,000 small businesses getting excited about what a Trump presidency might mean for their bottom lines. Isn't that a form of hope?
I think, listen, don't get me wrong. Like I said at the beginning, and I said in my talking points that I sent over to the producers, here's the thing. There's 50% of America who likes Donald Trump. There's 50% of America who doesn't like Donald Trump. What this election shows us is that our country is divided. You don't need talking points to see that. You could look at talk to the American people and figure that out. Now, what Donald Trump has got to do over the next 4 years in his first 100 days is find a way to bring Americans together. And bashing the First Lady, which Donald Trump didn't do, which is a good ideal, is not the answer. How you do it is work with President Obama, who President Obama said yesterday in his press conference he's willing to work with any president. He's willing to work with Donald Trump and figure out how we come to the center on this.
I love the fact that you want to prattle on about who's bashing who, but President-elect Trump has actually gone out and said he's enjoyed his talks with President Obama. He's been very gracious.
I just said that.
And then Michelle Obama turns around and says this about his presidency. Come on, you can't have it both ways.
She did not. First of all, David, if you listen carefully to what Michelle Obama said, there was no noun there.
I actually read the transcript, Richard.
There was no noun. She didn't mention the word. She didn't mention the word Donald Trump whatsoever. So I don't know what you're talking about.
The context of the conversation was about the president-elect.
Richard, you're assuming the context.
That's exactly what it is.
You're assuming the context. It's not exactly what it is. You're assuming it, David. And
no, I read it. That's the difference.
And she didn't say Donald Trump.
By this debate, America is united. Thanks, Richard, David. Great to see both of you this morning.
Love the Trump bump.